Hey, so we just got the official E3 2021 schedule, so I'm going to go through it, take a look at some of the big heavy hitter companies, some of the general predictions as to which games we might see for each presser, as well as go through some of your guys' responses to my E3 tweet saying, hey, well, how are you guys feeling about this year's E3? It's completely different than we're used to. We've never done a digital event E3 ever, so this is going to be very interesting to see how they execute on it. Now, this is the official schedule as of right now. E3's official Twitter account did put out a tweet saying that there will be future updates. So I just decided to grab a screen grab of the newsletter that they sent out. Okay, so Saturday, June 12th. This is the first day. Remember, June 12th to the 15th. We're going to start seeing all the pressers start to roll out. Ubisoft and Gearbox Entertainment start at 10 a.m. Again, specific times for those two were not announced. Let's break down a little bit of what we can expect here from Ubisoft. Far Cry 6, we already have a lot of info on. We even have a release date, October 7th. They've been promoting the heck out of this game, so I'm almost 100% certain that they're going to show something Far Cry 6 related, maybe a new story trailer or some more gameplay. Rainbow Six Quarantine, which, you know, it's kind of funny now that we're finally getting out of quarantine. So my guess is that they're going to try to mention it to some degree. I don't know if they're going to change the title, given what happened in 2020. You know, it is a Rainbow Six spin-off that they have been working on, so I would doubt they would scrap it altogether. So let's just see what happens there. So we know that the Division 2 additional content's being added, a mobile title, and the standalone new game, The Division Heartland. So this is going to be interesting to see what they choose to focus on. My guess is they'll probably show a little bit of everything. They also have the Division Netflix movie, so it makes sense that they would want to hype the Division just as a whole during the show. Which brings me to Splinter Cell. You guys know I'm a huge Splinter Cell fan. I would love to see some sort of reboot or something that rebrands or revitalizes the franchise. You know, and they haven't talked about it for many E3s, and I'm just usually waiting and hoping that they bring up Splinter Cell. Do something with that franchise. I wouldn't even mind a remaster of Chaos Theory or something. And then there's always a chance of new IP. Ubisoft has a history of kind of surprising people with some of the games they're working on, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was another new IP that they would announce of some kind. And last but not least, very much hoping for some Beyond Good and Evil 2. It's been 4 years. We're waiting. But no, it's officially going to come out 2022. So if there's anything that they can show, whether that's a trailer, I don't care if it's a trailer or a, you know, here's where we're at with the game. God, gameplay obviously would be incredible, but who knows? I don't know what to expect in that realm. So I'm just kind of anxiously optimistic. And let's not forget Riders Republic. There was some hype about it, and now it's kind of petered out, so I'm hoping we'll see something about it. My guess is they'll want to revive the hype, and E3 is the perfect time to do that. Moving on to, well, Gearbox. Gearbox has been heavily focused on promoting the Borderlands movie. We've seen a lot of teaser photos on their official Twitter account, so maybe something in that space will make an appearance. But the hope is Borderlands 4, we know that they're working on it, so will there be anything officially revealed or shown about the game? It is releasing March 2022, so there's a chance. There's a big chance, and it'd be a great way to kick off the hype train when it comes to Borderlands 4. The only other thing I could think maybe is that they're working on some addition to Borderlands 3. They've been working a lot on content for Borderlands 3, so maybe they'll do like a little spin-off game for Borderlands to get people hyped for both the movie and Borderlands 4. Now let's move on to Microsoft. So Microsoft's presser is going to be Sunday. It's going to be the Xbox Bethesda game showcase. So it's going to be their combined presentation of the two. So right off the bat, we can say definitely there will be something Halo Infinite related. That's, I think, a big part of what's, you know, it's the next chapter in the Halo franchise. What's it going to be? Like, what are we going to get to see more of to really get us excited again and to, you know, hopefully get rid of any potentially negative feelings around its initial debut. That leads me to Forza Horizon 5. We don't have an official announce or reveal for this game, so let's just see it at E3 and get it out there. You know, we all know that it's happening. We know it's going to come out at some point. We just don't know when. So yeah, let's see if E3 delivers on that front. I actually personally really love Forza games, and I think they're great. But it's a racing game. It's always one of the big focuses when it comes to Xbox pressers usually. Psychonauts 2, the sequel to the 2005 classic. But yeah, this is big for Double Fine. Double Fine has always been a staple in the gaming industry. I love them. They're, relatively small studio, but they always make such really fun, creative, and imaginative games, and Psychonauts has a huge following, so Psychonauts 2 is bound to be a big one. And that leads me to Bethesda. They are now part of the Microsoft family. Their big thing is Starfield. It's another RPG game. Count me in. It's sci-fi related. Double count me in. We have no information on that game. If there's anything they could show us, I'm here for it. And it's Bethesda. They dominate RPG games. They just know how to do them and do them good. The big thing to note is that I don't think Elder Scrolls 6 will be a focus in any capacity. I don't think they're going to even mention it. Maybe a tiny mention. But no, that game is just way too far out, in terms of development. There's just several years, maybe a couple left on that development. So I just think chances are we won't see anything. Sorry to disappoint. That's my guess. I cannot emphasize enough how much Xbox will likely have to present us. There's going to be potentially a lot of games being talked about, given all their partners, third-party partners, and Bethesda's edition as well. So I think it's just going to be a motherload of a press conference. So I'm excited to see what they have. Oh, Warner Brothers has Back 4 Blood, which, if you don't know, Turtle Rock Studios, they made Evolve back in the day, Left 4 Dead back in the day. Yeah, hopefully they reveal more when it comes to Back 4 Blood. We've seen trailers, we kind of know a bit of the story and the characters. I wonder what else they can show, but we'll soon find out. I do want to get into a little bit of what we can expect from Square Enix and the Nintendo Direct. Alright, so Square Enix, I know for sure will have something in regards to Final Fantasy XVI. We've already seen a lot in regards to that world. They were missing at the Square Enix Presents event, so if anything, hopefully we get some gameplay, maybe more story. Final Fantasy Origin, we know that it's like a spin-off RPG from the Final Fantasy world. This is going to be interesting already. There's going to be a alpha at some point, an alpha demo that people can play at some point this summer, so that's going to be interesting to see if they can maybe just have some sort of reveal trailer to get people pumped for when the alpha comes out. My money is that we'll see something Tomb Raider related. I don't know if it's definitely not going to be a new game, but my guess is we'll see something Tomb Raider related because it is the 25th anniversary of Tomb Raider, so there's going to be something. We definitely know there's going to be a Tomb Raider anime series that they're working on, so likely there will be some sort of trailer or reveal in regards to that show. Maybe even a title. That leads me, of course, to Nintendo, and I'm going to skip quite a few of these presentations just because this video is getting way too long. So Nintendo, yes, they are having a presser 9 a.m. bright and early like they like to do every year. Tuesday is their date. Let's see what they have in store, what we can expect. Nintendo hasn't alluded to anything really specific. Yeah, they did say in a tweet, somewhat cryptic tweet, that they would be focused exclusively on Nintendo Switch software, mostly releasing in 2021. I don't know, but I think we'll see some game stuff, definitely. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, Metroid Prime 4 is expected to be a big thing, and possible new Mario game as well. And I guess the other big thing is that it's the 35th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda franchise, so my guess is there will be something in regards to that. It was a little surprising that they didn't have anything Breath of the Wild or 35th anniversary related in their previous Nintendo Direct, so maybe now we'll finally see something in this one. Maybe like a party or something. A Mario Party. And if there's any Bayonetta fans out there, Bayonetta 3 is possibly going to make an appearance. But nothing's confirmed. Nintendo's been very cryptic about their E3 stuff. Now, Nintendo does have this rumor going around that they're going to release some sort of upgraded Switch. It's all rumors at this point, or, it's all allegedly happening. So we'll see what those things are, and if they even mention it during their press conference. Give it a name, give it a release date. Some people have speculated that we should expect it sometime this fall. That would be the other thing that we may or may not hear about. That wraps up Nintendo and pretty much everything else going on at E3. I mean, look, I couldn't cover everything, and these are just kind of my predictions and what people, the general public and gaming industry expects to see. Okay, so really quick, I wanted to go through some of your guys' feelings in regards to E3. I did put out a tweet yesterday asking how everyone's feeling about it. We are gearing up for E3. It's less than 10 days out. So my tweet was just posing the question to you guys and seeing what people have in terms of reactions. So someone posted this GIF, very blurry. That might be the blurriest GIF I've ever seen on anything ever. So, and I don't even know what that means. Is that excitement? Is that sad, like depression? Like what is going on there? Someone said that they're feeling good, but still sad we can't attend, but hopefully next year we can go back to the LA Convention Center. My hope is that as well. That's from L. Ray or Edward on Twitter. Switch Pro showing up, I don't know. I don't know if it's that much of a worrisome situation. I think that truly, if they wanted to present it, they'll present it in the way that they want, and they usually do a pretty good job at that. Oh yeah, this one here in regards to the Splinter Cell game. Naomi, I know you have insider info about any new Splinter Cell game, and I demand you tell me now. I can guarantee I have no insider info, nothing in regards to Splinter Cell game. I'm not under any sort of NDA when it comes to that. I know as much as you. Jason has a tweet here that I feel reflects the general feeling about this year's E3, which is meh. I don't know if anything exciting will happen, but I'm keeping my expectations low. I'm gonna go in with no expectations. I don't know how they're going to execute on this and how it's going to feel. I definitely know it's not gonna feel anything like the real conferences when everyone's together from the industry and from the public. Here, Eric Shell says, beyond pumped for some Halo. So excited. I don't know if that's like so excited or like so excited. Oh my god, this is a throwback 2012. Look at this little baby. That was tweeted by Roger. Thanks for sharing this 2012 look back at one of my first E3s. I hope you guys enjoyed a little look here at what E3 has going on for us this year. It's going to be different. I think everyone has very unique feelings about it this year. It's not something we're used to. We're all kind of just trepidatious about this whole experience, but I'm very excited from what I've seen just today, looking at the schedule and looking at what the potentials are for all the pressers. I think it's gonna be good. I think we're gonna hopefully get some nice surprises. I think anyone participating in E3 and is going to try to wow us in any way they can to make it a little bit special given the year that we just had. That's my hope. Those are some of my thoughts. Be sure to leave a comment below so we can discuss more some of our E3 expectations and predictions. I'd love to hear them from you. I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.